Many Springfield Elementary students rely on free or reduced lunches as a daily meal. Now there's a new way you can help less fortunate families who are struggling financially. And Doug Pitt is here to tell us more about the Care to Learn Fund. And thanks so much for getting up early.
I'd be happy to get up early for this.
Absolutely. So what inspired you about this? You were telling me it was a presentation.
I was hearing stories about the free and reduced lunch rates here in Springfield, and they're pretty high. As many as 50% of our elementary schools are on a free or reduced lunch program, and that's pretty shocking to me. I would have expected maybe 25%.
Right.
And then I started hearing stories of siblings sharing toothbrushes and kids literally who had made a belt out of a trash sack, and kids wearing oversized clothing, misfit, and some of the inclement weather, clothes weren't appropriate, showing up in shorts on literally a 20-degree day. And it's just one of those things, it is, and just kind of drove around with it for about a week, and I just really felt that we got to do something, and we can.
It was tugging at you.
It was, and I picked up the phone, called Brad, and just shared some of the statistics with him that I was hearing and some of the stories, and he's like, let's do something about it.
What was his initial reaction hearing? Did he have any idea?
You know, he's lived in L.A. for over 20 years now, so he's a little bit removed from Springfield, and obviously they have their own set of issues in California.
Sure.
And so I'm not so sure. It was the stories, though, and you know, he's obviously been all over the world and dealt with a lot of poverty in different places, and at this point, a kid's a kid. And
absolutely. And we know that he comes back to Springfield with Angelina and the kids,
Sure.
and now that their family is growing, it makes you, start thinking about the little ones and families who can't pay for, like you said, a toothbrush or shoes.
And it's so easy. We can do something about this and have. So Brad stepped up, doing a $50,000 match. I called Jim D. Morrissey the next day, and that same day Jim said, I'm in. And then I knew we had something pretty good.
Yeah.
And we got an anonymous donor who also put up 50. So the idea is we have a 3-to-1 match, looking to raise $50,000 to go against literally unlock their 150. So $200,000 in total.
So how does this work for the families? If someone needs help, how do they get access to this, or how do the schools help these students?
That's my favorite part, really. That's at that lowest level, where the counselor, the principal, they pick up the phone, they call the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. Last week we had a pretty severe need. It was pretty heartbreaking. Picked up the phone, called the foundation. In 20 minutes we had food and clothing to this child. In 20 minutes. And we felt like not bad for our first run.
Wow, that's incredible.
We'll get better than that, but to think about that, really that's what this does at that lowest level. We have a kid show up that morning, has a need, and it's to fund an emergent need, and that's really what this was about: hunger, health, and hygiene. If it hits one of those 3 areas that morning, let's take care of it. Hunger,
health, hygiene. And this way, parents or families who may be embarrassed about their situation don't have to come forward. Basically, if a teacher or principal, like you said, sees potentially a situation where a child needs something, they just pick up the phone.
They do a great job anyway, and a lot of time we're asking our teachers and our administrators to pay for it, and they do. And but these needs a lot of them are bigger than that. And of course, if one kid has a need, his siblings probably have a need too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now we have the opportunity to reach out to them as well that morning and make sure they're taken care of.
That's wonderful. We have the information for people. They can also bring donations to Service World, your company, right down the street from us.
Down the street at Service World at the Chamber of Commerce office. Care to Learn Fund, put the word fund on the end, has the website information, the drop-off points. They can mail a check to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools, or they can give online.
If you need any more information, you can call the number on your screen, 523-0016. We'll also have a link to you with all of the information. Just go to ky3.com and click on newscast links.
Excellent.
Doug, so great to see you this morning.
I appreciate this very much.
You're very welcome. Our pleasure.